Hello, all, and welcome. My name is Melissa, and I'll be taking you through this yoga class today, which will be divided between a flow and restorative. The first half of the class, we will move through a similar vinyasa flow style, and then we'll slow things down on the second half and use props to really integrate a slower practice, a calming practice. And we'll need 2 blocks and a bolster or a rolled up blanket will do just fine. We'll get started with the meditation. Find a comfortable seat of your choice, maybe cross-legged or kneeling. Might feel nice to take a block underneath your seat for some added height. Once you arrive, gently close down the eyes. Begin to get lost in your own breath. As we begin our practice and we settle into this stillness, begin to observe what comes and arises on the surface of your awareness. Checking in with the state of your mind as we begin this practice. If you're coming from a busy day or something hectic, it might take you a little bit longer just to get settled, to slow down the breath. Allow yourself some patience. Become innately aware of the breath. Beginning to observe the path of the inhale. As you breathe in, noticing the breath traveling through the nostrils, down the air pipe, the trachea, moving into your lungs and expanding out into the rest of your body, circulating your body with oxygen. And then as we exhale, all of that blood flow comes back with carbon dioxide back into the lungs as we breathe out. Simply observing this incredible flow in throughout our whole body and back out into the world. Let's imagine with every breath that we're breathing in vitality, white light, high frequency energy. It's flowing throughout our entire body. And as we exhale, we're eliminating anything that just no longer serves us. Toxins, wastes, pathogens, anything that is not serving our highest purpose. Full breath in to breathe in beautiful, bright energy, filling every cell in your body. And exhale, letting go of anything that is heavy, it's not serving us. Continue to imagine that. Envisioning that with your mind's eye. Constant inflow and outflow. Now, before we move into the physical practice, the asanas, just bring your left hand onto your heart, right hand onto your belly. Taking a full breath in, the biggest breath you can take. You feel your belly rise into your hand. Rib cage expands all the way up into the chest and collarbones. Retain the breath for just a moment, holding it in. And then very slowly let that air sip out of your mouth. Do that 2 more times. Fullest breath in. And completely let it out. Last one, full, expansive, beautiful breath in. Retain it and hold it at the top. Gently let that air out, every last bit, till the lungs are completely empty. Gently bring your hands onto your thighs, gently open the eyes. Then we'll meet in tabletop on hands and knees. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Moving through a few cycles of cat-cow, dropping the belly on the inhale. Lengthen the tailbone up and look forward. As you exhale, press the floor away from you as you expand the shoulder blades upward. Create space between the shoulder blades. Inhaling to drop the belly, moving into this cow-like shape. Full exhale, completely empty the lungs here and pull your belly button towards your spine. Inhale fully. Exhale it out. One more round here, deep breath in. And exhale. Extend the right toes back, keep them on the floor, and press your heel away from you. I want you to take a moment to envision what that feels like, to really push the heel back and engage the calf muscle, engage the quadricep, the front of the thigh, and engage your glute. Feeling the lengthening in the back of your leg. Deep belly breath in. And as you exhale, bring your knee back to center. Extend the other leg out toes to the mat. Press the heel away from you. Engaging the quad, the glute. Keep stretching through the length of your calf muscle. Right. Bring that knee back to center. Keep the toes tucked under and lift the knees up 3 inches off the mat. Connect with the abdominal muscles. Breathe deeply into the base of the pelvis. Contract your abs on the exhale. One more breath. Gently drop the knees down. Walk your hands a couple inches in front. Spread all 10 fingers wide. Press into the finger pads, knuckles. Begin to lift the hips up and back, and we'll come into our first downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Think about lengthening up through the tailbone and gently press your chest back towards the thighs. Once again, if you could imagine squeezing the front of your thighs, the quadriceps, and then pressing the heel down. 2 more breaths here. Playing with a hop here, if it's in your practice. So big toes together. We're going to bend the knees and look at your thumbs. Now you can always step, walk to the top if that's better for you. Or join me to take a little hop. We want to get really light on the feet here. Make as little noise as we can as we land. Inhale, find that flat back. Lengthen your heart forward. And exhale, take it all the way down. Root down through the feet and inhale to rise all the way up. Take the arms overhead and gaze at your thumbs. Exhale, hands by your side. Find the mountain pose, Uttanasana. Inhale here. And exhale out. Full breath in. Reach and sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Step back with the right foot, drop the knee. Inhale, reach the arms up. Thinking about drawing that belly button towards your spine and then lift and lengthen from your chest. Inhale. Exhale, float the hands down, step back into plank. Gently lower down. Untuck the toes, press the pelvis into the mat, and find little cobra. Using your strength from your back muscles to find length and height. Gently inhale here. And on the exhale, lower down. Press into the hands and onto your knees. Lifting the hips back up into downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale it out. Good. Right leg into the air for a 3-legged dog. Point your toes to the ceiling. Reach up as high as you can. And then pull your navel towards your spine and drive your knee up towards your chest. Plant that foot maybe once. Maybe you gotta grab that foot and give it a little assistance. Back knee drops down and we come into Anjanayasana, reaching the arms overhead. Again, paying attention to what's going on in the abdominals. So pulling the belly button back, in and up. Inhale. Exhale, float the hands down, step forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Reach the arms overhead, press the hips forward. Let's take it all the way down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left foot stepping back, drop the knee. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, take the hands down, step back forward or into our plank. Lowering down. Inhale, cobra. Maybe coming up a little higher this time. See what feels good in your body. If there's any pinching, then we've gone too far. Find a height that's suitable for your back. And exhale, lower down. Press hands, knees, and then into downward facing dog. Inhale to reach the left leg into the air for your three-legged dog. Come up high onto the ball of your right foot and then begin to guide your left knee forward. Plant that foot in between your hands. Drop the back knee. Inhale, Anjanayasana. Hands to the mat, step forward, forward fold. We're going to stay here in our forward fold just a little longer and enjoy the process. Maybe it feels good to grab opposite elbows, let the head hang. Might feel good to grab onto the calves and pull yourself in a little bit deeper. Take a full breath in through the nose. Sigh it out the mouth. Release the arms and slowly stack the spine, ragdoll the body back up to standing. Let the shoulders roll up towards the ears, back and down. Take a breath here. Exhale it out. Let's bring the big toes to touch. Sit the hips back, finding our chair pose. Feel the weight in your heels. Peek down. Can you see all 10 toes? And then thinking about a little bit more of a back bend here as we pull navel to spine. Lift and lengthen from your chest. Maybe the arms come up a little higher. Good. Breathe that beautiful oxygen-rich air into your body and into every cell of your being. Full breath in. And fold on your exhale. Halfway lift on the inhale. Offer your heart forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into plank. Holding the plank for a moment. And just as we did in the beginning, press your heels back behind you. Squeeze, engage the quadriceps, the front of the thighs, and the glutes. Breathe into the strength of your abdominals. One more breath. Option to drop down to your knees or lower halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana. And inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Wherever you're at, peel those shoulders back and really allow your heart to shine forward. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, meet me in downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Pressing firmly into knuckles, finger pads. Spiraling the biceps forward, engaging triceps. Keep lengthening through the side waist of your body as you lengthen tailbone to the sky. Allow those heels to sink down. Let's take the right leg into the air on the inhale. And step that right foot in between the hands. Back heel is going to drop at a 45-degree angle. We're going to set up for warrior one, reaching the arms overhead. So just taking a peek down, making sure that front knee is stacked over your ankle. Pressing down firmly through both feet, feeling that grounding sensation. Inhale. Exhale, let's take the hands down to frame the front foot. Step back into plank. Lower down gently on your exhale. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. Exhale, take the hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg into the air. Exhale, step that left foot in between your hands. Back heel drop, so we set up for warrior one. Settle into this space. Find your grounding. Connect back to your breath. Inhale. Exhale, take the hands down. Let's step back into plank. One breath here for plank. And as you exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, take those hips up, downward facing dog, staying here. Bringing the big toes together. Setting up to take our little hop. Of course, you can always step forward to your forward fold. Bend the knees, look at your thumbs. Find that very light, gentle hop. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Allow your back body to get really heavy here. From the tailbone, traveling all the way down the back of the neck to the crown of the head. Just see if you can let go of that neck, even just 1% more. Bring the big toes together. Begin to bend the knees as we set back into Uttanasana, chair pose. Reaching the arms either out in front or maybe overhead if that's available. Sink into your heels. Engaging inner thigh muscles. Inhale to reach the arms overhead. And exhale, hands by your side, finding mountain pose, Tadasana. Close the eyes and just listen. We all have innate wisdom within us. Our yoga practice gives us the space to listen. On your next inhale, take the arms overhead. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. And step the right foot back. And as you do so, let's turn that back foot 45-degree angle. Really firmly pressing through the outer edge of your back foot. Pressing down through the front heel. And then again, we'll spiral up into our warrior one. And from here, we'll turn our back foot, warrior two. Gazing strong over that front middle finger. See if you can get a little lower by sinking down through the midline and not necessarily reaching forward. Tap into the connection of your feet, rooting down into the mat, into the earth below you. And building strength and heat within the legs. From here, we'll take our back arm, the right hand, to our low back. Flip the left palm. Inhale, reach it up above you. And maybe back a little bit. You want to think about sliding the rib cage to the front of the mat to get a full side bend here. Full lateral flexion of the spine. Inhale. And as you exhale, floating back to warrior two. Take that left elbow down to your knee. Sweep the right arm up and above. So move into our sideways angle. Thinking about the rib cage again, if we can slide that rib cage and turn it towards the ceiling a little bit and allow your body to open the heart and move to a slight back bend. Inhale. Exhale back to warrior two. We'll cartwheel the hands, take it down, frame the front foot, and step forward, forward fold. 2 breaths here. This time we'll step the left foot back. Once again, finding that 45 degree with the back foot. And then once you feel deep connection there, good balance, inhale, take the arms overhead. Let those shoulders settle down, melting down away from the ears. Inhale and open up to the side, warrior 2. So front heel will line up with our back instep. Continue to check, make sure that front knee is stacked over your ankle or just slightly behind it is fine. Feel all 10 toes spreading and gripping into the mat. Let's take that back left hand and place it on our low back. Flip the right palm and inhale, reach it up towards the sky. Then begin to maybe reach it back and slide your rib cage to the front of the mat. Once again, thinking about a lateral flexion with the spine. Inhale very deeply within your rib cage here. And as you exhale, come back to warrior 2. Sideways angle, bringing right knee or right elbow to right knee. Sweep that left arm up and over so your bicep is lined up with your ear. As you sink down into your seat, maybe pushing the hips back a little bit, we revolve that chest rib cage up towards the sky. Keeping the face, the neck relaxed. Breathe into the strength of your legs. Inhale, floating back into warrior 2. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down. This time, stepping your right foot back. Drop your knees. Take your hips back, child's pose. Grounding your hips towards your heels and your forehead towards the earth. Let go of any tension that might be lingering. And softly settle into this pose. And taking one more breath here. And exhale it out. Press firmly into the palms of the hands. Come up onto hands and knees. And find tabletop. Now we'll move into a bird dog shape. So extending the right arm out, thinking about bicep along the ear, thumb pointing up. And then extend the left leg out, toes pointing down, press back and through that heel. We'll navel up towards the spine, keep the shoulders stable here. And then we'll bend that knee, lift your heel to the ceiling. Right arm is going to wrap back and reach for the pinky side edge of that foot. Maybe it's available, maybe it's not, and that's okay. You can stay in bird dog if the reach isn't there. If you've got that foot, press the foot away from you. Begin to open your heart and move into a back bend. Inhale. Exhale, release the grip, hand, knee, come back down to the mat. Let's reset. Other side. Begin with reaching the left arm out and then the right leg. Find that core stability. And if it's available, we bend the right knee, press the heel up, Left arm reaching back for the pinky side edge of the foot. Once you've got it hooked, begin to press that foot away from you. Keep reaching your heart forward. Inhale. And exhale, release down. Let's take one cat-cow here, inhaling to drop the belly. And exhale, round the spine. Beautiful. We're gonna go ahead and grab our bolster. Or if you don't have a bolster, again, you can use a rolled up blanket. We're gonna place this underneath the rib cage. So I'm gonna back up a little bit here so you guys can see me well. So situate yourself so you're comfortably laying on the bolster. We're gonna take our right arm across, left arm in front, both arms crossing each other and moving into this restorative shoulder stretch. Now, if this is bothersome for your neck where you have to hold it up, you could always take a block underneath and rest your forehead on it too. Now we're going to be here for about a minute or so on this side, and then we'll switch. Play with the length and reaching your fingertips out as far as you can on each side. And once you've found your edge, move into that stillness. Move into what it feels like to explore the pose with your breath. Can you once again envision your breath moving throughout your body? As you breathe deeply, can you feel that oxygen-rich air moving through every cell? Filling you up with vitality, with white light, beautiful energy. And just envisioning that with every exhale, we're pushing out any toxins or stress, especially in the shoulder areas where we tend to carry a lot of that. Take 2 more breaths and then we'll switch sides. Gently lifting the head. And we'll slide the right arm out. Allow that left arm to come in a little closer. And then we'll take the right arm in front this time. Once again, just shimmying those fingers out to the side as far as they can reach. Resting the forehead down, maybe just relaxing the chin onto your arms or using a block for support. And then expand the breath. I'm taking 2 more breaths here before we transition. Gently lifting the head and then taking the arms out. And just allow yourself to honor your body and just fold yourself over the bolster for a couple breaths. Breathing in space into the shoulder blades, shoulder joints, upper back, mid back. And gently press into your hands and we'll move into our next pose. This one will be a very nice counter pose to the one we just did, as we'll open the front side up quite a bit. So you can either use a bolster along your spine, or I'm going to use blocks and set them up like the letter T. Go this way. So my head will go on the horizontal one. My spine will line up with the vertical one. And the one on your spine should kind of be mid-back, where if you're a woman, you got your bra strap on, right? Or just think about where the rib cage lies. So we'll start with our feet on the floor, knees bent, and then gently roll your spine down, either on the bolster or block. And you can, of course, play with the height here if you're using blocks, because we can have the lower height or the high height and really be playful with what feels good in your body. Now, once you get yourself settled, you can see it's quite an intense back bend. So make sure you're as comfortable as possible. Take the time to really adjust. And then it might feel good to let the knees fall out to the side, that butterfly stretch, Supta Baddha Konasana. Or maybe it might feel better to have your legs extended out straight. Again, take some time to really explore what feels best in your body today. And let's take the arms out to the side, palms facing up, to allow those shoulders to wrap open, allowing space across the chest. And we'll stay here for 2 or 3 minutes, allowing the body to really settle into this shape and move into almost like a massage for our nervous system as we really allow ourselves to slow down and tap into the parasympathetic nervous system, rest, digest, and allow our healing response to come online. Taking the next few moments to scan the body. See if you're holding stress. Maybe there's a part of your body that's almost like a little bit clenched up. Just bring awareness to that area. Give it permission to soften and release. We bring some awareness to the space between the eyebrows. Sometimes we can be making facial expressions and not even know it. Bringing awareness to all the muscles of the neck, front, the sides, and the back. Continue observing the body. Maybe let's move our awareness down into the hips. Always another area where we could be holding. Just thinking about relaxing the glutes. Letting the knees get really heavy here to allow the hips to open. Just feeling all your points of contact with the floor. Noticing the feet, the hips, your hands. And giving them permission to fully let go. Fully surrender. Surrender to the support of the props beneath us. Spending about 5 more breaths here. Each and every breath draws us deeper and deeper into relaxation, into the present moment. Now, before we make any moves, really trust yourself to move slowly with ease, a gentleness. Maybe by rubbing your index and thumb together, just simply observing what that feels like. And then very slowly beginning to draw the knees back together. You have 2 options here. You could either slowly sit yourself up or roll onto your side. And we'll move into a supported Shavasana to finish the class. I really enjoy using a bolster under the knees. It allows some space into the low back. And if you have a blanket, it's always nice to have one of those underneath the head and neck. I don't have that today though. Join me on your back, grabbing any props that will serve you best in Shavasana. And once you arrive, take your arms out to the side and once again, palms facing up. Maybe rolling one shoulder down and then the other. Allowing space to open up across the chest. Softening the rib cage and the belly as your low back surrenders down towards the ground. Relaxing the glutes and the quads, the front of the thighs. Just allowing your feet to settle out to the sides. Wherever they land is perfect. I'll leave you here in Shavasana. You can press pause and stay here as long as you like. But truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for allowing me to hold the space today for your practice. It's been an honor. Namaste.